Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today I'm gonna to tell you about my summarize. It is about second language acquisition and world Englishes. So in the late 1950 to early 1960, second language acquisition or SLA arose as a separate area of study attempting to address questions such as the following: is it possible to learn an additional language in the same way as acquiring a first language? If yes, there are two processes comparable. If not, what the difference between learning and acquisition? Are the reasons are they instrumental for people to learn additional language? Mainly integrative. Depending on the essence of motivation, is there a discrepancy between the final outcomes of the language acquisition process? What is the role of teaching a language in the learning of an additional language? In studying the learning or acquisition of additional language, what socio-cultural factors, if any, are relevant? And English words in Asian context learning. In the outer and expanding circles for the majority of users and in the inner circle countries for large minorities in general, in the treatment of this issue in the SLA literature has one thing in common. Researchers approach the topic of learning an additional language from an individual perspective. It is called an individual achievement. Whether one calls it learning or acquiring an additional language, and what is under emphasis is an individual cognitive, psychological, and institutional status, what analytical skills are involved, what psychological factors play a role in learning, maybe the emphasis, since the analysis is focused on cross sections of unique population generalization are provided in terms similar to acquisition of individual language. Larson Freeman 1976. The same applies to research that appears to be focused on sociolinguistic second language acquisition or take the into account conception of pragmatic and communicative competence. And then, while pragmatic research is focused on speaker intention, pragmatic second or French language research neglect the intention of speakers and analyzes SL speakers exclusively from the listener's viewpoint, who is assumed to be a native speakers of the target. Within multilingual context SLA, the orientation of World English acknowledge that in multilingual settings, additional language are learned or acquired. The uses and function of the additional language are determined by the needs of the community. The search of this fact contributes to the neglect of a number of issues related to the learning or acquisition of any broader communication language, including English worldwide. World English are functional output entails in diverse environments across the globe. As such, they provide the most comprehensive laboratory for applied linguistic and social linguistics analysis to date. In this laboratory, observation and analysis put critical SLA concepts and statements into focus and expose theory building cracks. SLA and formal teaching. In the context of the statement in the introduction to Ricci and Bhatia, 1996, 20, the importance of World English to language learning or acquisition issues, is clear that the question of the basis effects of structure instruction. In the treatment of theoretical problems, they should be severely overlooked. And then English worldwide and language learning, the native speaker has long been given a special place, especially by American linguists, as the only truly valid and reliable source of language. The global distribution and accessibility of English, however, varies considerably from the of French or Japanese or any other language, professional from an other or expanding circle nation whose proficiency in English is not less Thailand are difficulty of most education institution in the UK, US, and other inner circle countries. In the language and English of the planet, the theories collected under the label interlanguage are chiefly linked to the models, cross-language effects, and output controversies or EL. Thank you.